What's up, dude? Hopefully this will be the first of many recorded coding sessions where we try and build job report with Django. I'm going to try and squeeze it all into a short video, so I'll be pausing a lot. And I will leave timestamps to make it easier for you to navigate. So for starters, I'm here on GitHub. I'll hit new. Let's call this job report Django. I'll say build JR with TJ. Let's make this public. I'll add a quick README. I'll just hit create. And good, it's good for now. So I'm going to go ahead, clone this. And there we go, we've cloned it now. So I've gone ahead and opened this up in VS Code, and I've got a terminal open here. I'm going to start a Django project by typing Django-admin, start project, and then the name of the project, we will call it Job Report Project. And that's been done. Alright, so we've created the project. We can see I've typed in ls over here. You can see that job report project exists there. I CD'd into there, and we see that manage.py is inside of that directory, along with another directory called job report project, where the settings.py lives, urls.py for the project, ASGI, WSGI in it. Now we're going to go ahead and start the app. So I'm inside the root directory where manage.py is. So I'm going to go ahead and type Python. You would have to type in Python 3 if you hadn't set it up properly, but manage.py, start app, and we'll call the app Job Report App. So that's been done. Now what we're going to do is really simple. The app we just created, we have to add it into our project's settings.py. So I have this open here, scroll down here, and on a new line, I'm just going to type in Job Report App. And then after that, just to follow the same convention, I'll put a comma and save it. So next, I've popped open the urls.py file for the project, and over here, I'm going to add a URL for the blank path that will include a file that doesn't exist right now. That's going to be the urls.py file inside of the app. Before we go ahead and make the urls.py file for the app, we're going to want a view to associate with that URL. So eventually we're going to want a template as well. But for now, let's just go ahead and say that there's an index function that accepts a request, and it's going to return an HTTP response with hello world. And in order to use that, we're going to need to import both render and HTTP response from Django. And we can see that render's already been imported, so I'll just go ahead and import HTTP response. Okay, so with that, we can go ahead and create our new urls.py file inside of Job Report App. And now we just need to import path and views. So from Django URLs, import path, and then then from this directory, we're going to import views. And then we have URL patterns, which I want to say that this is inside of an array, but that's my JavaScript brain thinking. But this is for the blank path. We want to load that index view that we just created. So we want to say views.index, and the name of the view is index. And this will just be for later referencing. I'll put a comma afterwards just by convention, and save that. In my own quick testing, I tried to run the server just now and I got this error. We see that include is not defined, and that's because over here I forgot to import it. So if I save that, and we see the server has started. So let's just go ahead and visit it. We see hello world. So at this point, we've defined the basic route for our application. Okay, so now that we've got a basic view up and running, let's go ahead and replace that HTTP response with an actual HTML template. So inside of JobReportApp, we are going to create a new folder called templates. And inside that folder, I'm going to create another folder called JobReportApp to namespace it properly. And only inside of that folder will we create a new file called index.html. And here we are. So I'll pretty much just throw some basic HTML here. And inside of our views, we'll want to change this HTTP response to a render. Let it accept the request and give it JobReportApp / index.html. Yeah. And now when we rerun the server, this is what we get. So we can see that our template is working. Now I think at this point, before I go any further, I'm just going to get the Django admin backend going and then probably call the video there just to keep it short and to make this one the very first basic one. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the server here. And let's verify where manage.py is. And I'm going to type in Python manage.py create super user. Oh, I have to make those migrations. So Python manage.py make migrations. Or maybe I just have to run migrate. Cool. Now I can go ahead and create that super user. So I'll leave this very insecure. Just gil@gil.com. Password gil. Password again gil. And I'm going to bypass password validation. When it goes into production, I'll have to change it. But that's it for now. So I'll go ahead and just restart the server. Just make sure everything's working good. And I'll visit the admin route. Oh, whoops. And I'll just run gil. Not now. And so we're in. The only user that exists would be me, but in the next video we will set up users and a registration page and make it so that when a user logs in, they should see nothing on the dashboard, but instead of hello world, it will say you are logged in as your username. So yeah, that'll be it for now.